Dear brave soul, as I sit down to write this letter, I picture you carrying your hopes in one hand and your fears in the other. You are seeking a place to call home, a sanctuary where you and your loved ones can feel safe, build dreams, and grow. I can only imagine the trials you've faced, the roads you've walked, and the strength it's taken just to make it to this moment. I want you to know something right away. Your courage astounds me. The fact that you've taken steps, even in the face of uncertainty, speaks volumes about your resilience and the light inside you. Grandpa Tom and I have never been refugees, but we've experienced times of upheaval, uncertainty, and starting over. And though our stories may not be the same as yours, I hope sharing them will bring you some comfort, guidance, and hope for the journey ahead. The story of starting over. Many years ago, when Tom and I were just starting our life together, we found ourselves in a situation that felt like a kind of exile. We lived in a small, struggling town that had been hit hard by the loss of local industry. Jobs were scarce, money was tight, and the future looked bleak. We made the hard decision to leave. We packed up our few belongings, said goodbye to the place where we'd grown up, and headed to a city we'd never been to, with nothing but hope and determination to guide us. It wasn't easy. We didn't know anyone, and the city didn't immediately feel like home. But over time we found our footing, and in the process we learned lessons that I want to share with you now. 1. Home is built with love, not walls. You may not feel settled yet. Perhaps you're in a temporary shelter, living with strangers, or constantly on the move. It's hard to imagine feeling at home when everything around you is unfamiliar. But let me tell you this. Home is not just a place, it's a feeling. Home is where kindness lives, where love grows, and where your spirit feels safe. Even if your surroundings are uncertain, you can start building that sense of home by nurturing connections with the people around you. Share your stories, your meals, your laughter. Little by little, those bonds will weave a tapestry of belonging that no circumstance can take away. 2. You carry strength from the past. When Grandpa Tom and I left our hometown, I carried with me the recipes my mother had taught me, the stories my father told by the fire, and the values of hard work and kindness that our community instilled in us. Those things became my anchors. You too carry treasures from your past, traditions, skills, memories, and wisdom that no one can take from you. These are gifts that will sustain you and enrich the community you join. Never underestimate the power of your heritage and your story. 3. Learn to navigate the unknown. Starting over means facing a lot of unknowns, new languages, unfamiliar customs, and systems that can feel overwhelming. When we arrived in the city, Tom didn't know how to find work in his field, so he took small steps. He asked questions, sought advice, and didn't shy away from doing odd jobs to get by. Take one step at a time, my dear. Learn what you can about your new environment. Don't be afraid to ask for help or to admit when you're unsure. Most people are kind and willing to lend a hand when you're honest about your struggles. 4. Hold on to your dreams. I know that life as a refugee can feel like survival mode, focused on getting through each day. But don't let go of your dreams. They are your compass, guiding you toward a brighter future. When Tom and I first arrived in the city, our dream was simple: to give our children a better life. That dream gave us purpose, even when the days were hard. What is your dream? Write it down, even if it feels far away right now. Let it remind you why you've endured so much and why the journey is worth it. 5. Build bridges, not walls. In our new city, Tom and I made friends from all walks of life, people who were different from us in background, beliefs, and experiences. Those friendships taught us that the most beautiful communities are built on diversity. As you settle into a new place, reach out to those around you, even if they seem different. Share your culture and your story and be curious about theirs. By building bridges, you'll find that you're not just creating a home for yourself. You're enriching the lives of everyone you meet. 6. Be patient with yourself. Starting over is not a straight road. There will be setbacks, frustrations, and days when you feel like giving up. That's okay. It's all part of the journey. When we were rebuilding our lives, there were times when Tom and I felt like we were taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But with patience and perseverance, we found our way. Give yourself grace, my dear. Celebrate the small victories and remember that progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. 7. Hold on to hope. I want to tell you a story about my grandmother, your great-great-grandmother. She came to this country with nothing but a suitcase and a dream. She didn't speak the language, and she faced prejudice and hardship. But she never lost hope. She used to say, "The sun always rises after the longest night." And she was right. Her hope carried her through, and it will carry you through too. No matter how dark things may seem, hold on to the belief that brighter days are ahead. Your journey is not in vain, and your dreams are not out of reach. 8. You are not alone. One of the hardest parts of being a refugee is the feeling of isolation, like you're the only one going through this struggle. But let me remind you, you are not alone. There are people who care about you, even if you haven't met them yet. There are communities and organizations that want to support you. And there are others who've walked this road before you and can offer wisdom and guidance. Seek out those connections, whether it's through local groups, online forums, or a kind stranger who becomes a friend. 9. Your story matters. You may feel invisible right now, but your story matters more than you know. It's a story of resilience, courage, and hope. A story that can inspire others and pave the way for future generations. When Grandpa Tom and I share our story with our grandchildren, we remind them that every hardship we faced was part of a bigger picture. Your story, too, is part of something greater. And one day you'll look back and see how your journey has shaped not only your life but the lives of others. The road ahead. Dear one, I can't promise that the road ahead will be easy, but I can promise you this. You are stronger than you think, and you are capable of building a beautiful life, no matter where you start. Grandpa Tom and I are sending you all our love and encouragement. You are in our hearts and prayers, and we are cheering you on every step of the way. With all my love, Grandma Suzie. P.S. Remember, you've already overcome so much. Every step forward is a testament to your strength and determination. Keep going, the world needs your light. Thank you, my dears, for spending this time with me. Remember, life's journey is better when we walk it together. If these stories and reflections warmed your heart, be sure to subscribe and join me for more wisdom, comfort, and a little sprinkle of joy. Together, let's keep growing one story at a time. Until next time, stay safe, stay hopeful, and remember, you're never alone. Grandma loves you.